Hey, Forge Chronicles, how y'all doing out there? I want to show you the difference between being insecure and having to need things, and then learning how to be more secure because you actually heal. Because you find out really was nothing wrong with you. You just try to fit into society. And only going to use me, and I'm going to use my son. So, like I said earlier in a couple of videos before, generational curses are real. And my son will always say, well, Mom, you superseded me. And I was like, well, we talked about it this morning. I said, well, DeMarco, I was supposed to. For the simple fact that you started something that I thought was weird at first. And you told me about it. And then eventually I fell into it because it was my time. I said, but also the only reason I superseded you is because I'm the mom. So I would have to be the one to break the curses for the simple fact because I gave them to you. And I gave you your own generational curses because of my insecurities or hurts or damage. So I said it only makes sense that I lost everything, my job, my place. I lost everything. And it was for a reason. It was for me to be able to sit down and supersede you so you could do what you're doing now. Because my son is actually breaking a lot of curses. I have never known my son to be able to be the productive man that he is as far as emotional intelligence because he didn't have any. But I didn't either. So when I broke it in me, it allowed us to have the conversations we needed to have so he could break it in him. Now that's here nor there. But once you start this walk and you actually start believing in yourself, material things don't matter anymore. Not like they used to. Because we buy stuff to make us feel better, and it only makes us feel better for a minute, a season. And I'm going to tell you why I know this. When I left Home Depot corporate and I moved back up north, I never had an expensive bag. Well, I've had plenty of them, but I used to buy them from TJ Maxx. I've never paid full price for an expensive bag. Everybody was buying the new MCM. So I wanted one real bad. So when I left my job, I had got payment. And I was like, I'm going to treat myself to something. I'm going back up north. I'm going to get me an MCM. I wanted to have the same bag everybody else was carrying. So I paid $1,400 for a bag. Ask me where that bag is right now. I got it. It's over there with my other pocketbooks. Ask me what pocketbook I'm wearing. Last year, when I was deep into my spiritual journey and I was doing a whole lot of crying and healing, I went to a spa. I found the Groupon and found me a spa treatment for like $20. And I took an Uber to that spa treatment. It was right around Christmas time. And the Uber driver was a young black woman, but she was spiritual. And that was her side hustle, but she also sold baskets. So I seen baskets in her front seat. So I was like, oh, so you made them? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I sell them, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, my Instagram, this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, that's what's up. So she had spiritual baskets. She had baskets that had necklaces with trees of life on them and sage and all that. And I was like, oh man, her baskets was so freaking pretty. And I was like, I wanted one. I really wanted one. And her spirit was so awesome. So I ended up getting one from her, and it had a book bag in it. You know, that's the book bag I carry all the time. It's a little brown and white book bag, and I love that little brown and white book bag. And it came inside, but it was the spirit of her that makes me love that little book bag because she gave me something that day. She gave me her energy, and it was everything to me. That big bag I bought that I paid all that money for, could care less about it. That's why I'm going to say this, to say that. My phone number will be changing soon. My son, it loves electronics. And he has an iPhone, the newest iPhone, and he has the newest Android. And he loves his freaking Android. Now that he is letting go of a lot of things that have held him in captivity with insecurity and not loving himself like he used to, why? He called me one day and was like, Ma, I already know I have the hardest time with my content because my phone, I never knew that this was going to be something I was supposed to do. So when I started Porch Chronicles, I have like the same phone I'm on right here has like 65 gigabytes or whatever y'all call them. I don't know what y'all call them. And I can't keep hardly anything on here because with my regular apps. So he was like, Mom, you really need a new phone. He was like, Mom, I'm sending you my iPhone. And I was like, boy, stop playing. I'm cool. He was like, nah, I don't even need it no more. He was like, I don't feel the need for stuff like I used to no more. I said, that's because you're healing. Healing allows you to let material things sit down. They don't mean as much to you because guess what? When you close your eyes, how many material things you going to take with you? But if you can live your life with the rest of your life with peace, which one is better? My son is starting to realize that. Girl, I realized that when I lost my apartment and then they messed it and vandalized my storage units, that was the best thing they could have did for me. Because guess what? I was tired of all that shit. That was the old me anyway. I encourage you guys. I'm not saying that everything that you want is everything that you need. I'm not saying don't be materialist. I'm not saying don't do you, boo-boo. I'm talking about what happened for me and how it transpired in my life. I love you, Porch Chronicles.